What's going on, YouTube, man? Welcome back to another video. Now listen, if this is your first time over here on this channel, we trying to save as many people as we possibly can. So make sure you hit that post notification bell so you don't miss whenever I upload great content like this. Now listen, so as y'all can see, your boy's on Twitter right now, and if you don't follow me on Twitter, make sure to follow me at Twitter. Make sure to follow me on Twitter at _Javaughn J, as you can see down here. Now listen, man, I want to give the guys in my community some biblical advice. You know what I'm saying? I want to start helping you guys out when it comes to relationships and pursuing godly relationships. Because I feel like a lot of you guys might be on SR, but the thought of marriage, the thought of women may still be on your mind, because let's be real, we're humans. We can't escape that, right? God created man and women, right? And then he told us to be fruitful and multiply the earth. So I don't care who you are, somewhere deep down in your psyche, you're thinking about a man. If you're a woman, somewhere deep down as a man, you're thinking about a woman. And you just got to be real with yourself, right? So I want to help you guys not only in the SR department, but I want to give you guys biblical Christian dating advice, based on what I come across and based on what be going on in this sick, twisted world we live in. So for all my guys that are on SR, that are following God, you know what I'm saying? As you guys can see, so I peeped this tweet and I wanted to bring it to you guys because I felt like it could help a lot of single Christian men out there. Because listen, she said being single in this hookup culture, when you're I want to let God lead me to my husband woman, is tough. man. And I know it seems like this is too good to be true. It seems like this you must be dreaming, right? It seems like that. But honestly, she said it. And I'm making this video because I want to give you guys some hope. To all the single men out there, I want to give you guys some hope. The ones who are still retaining strong, I want to give you some hope, because there's women like you that are out there. You know what I'm saying? There's women who are celibate. There's women who are putting God first, that is waiting on a man like you. Based on this tweet, and I'm going to get into some of the comments, very quickly. But, in this SR community, especially when, you're celibate and you're living a life for God, that there's certain things that you can no longer do, right? Like she says, we live in a hookup culture. So it's certain things that you cannot no longer do. And which makes it kind of hard in finding the one or the right female nowadays, because you have all these females who seem to be riding the same wave, right? You see these models on Instagram, even Twitter, TikTok. You see all these women, right? And they're just not bearing, good fruit. So to see women who still fears God, to still see women out there looking for, kingdom-based relationships or marriages, it's a blessing to see. It's a blessing to see. And that's why I want you guys to know that these women exist, right? These women exist, because I'm tired of hearing people talking about good women don't exist. All women are the same. No, they're not. That's cap. That's what society wants you to think. Right? That's why the word tells us that we must conform our minds, right? We must transform our minds. Leave everything you've learned in the world behind, because none of that will apply when you accept Jesus Christ. None of that will apply, right? We not talking about the same type of women that you was used to when you was in the world. If you're a woman watching this video, we're not dealing with the same type of man you was used to when you was in the world, right? And maybe right now you're in seasons of singleness. Maybe right now you're isolated, or for whatever reason, that only God knows. But trust me, that woman that helped me, she's out there somewhere waiting on you. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to read the comments, because this was a wonderful tweet. I'm not going to lie. It's such a beautiful community when you follow other Christians and, they're tweeting things like this, because as a man, especially, for a woman, it might be more easier, because a Christian woman will still get hit on by worldly men, right? It's a lot more easier for a woman. It doesn't matter if you're a 5, a 4, you still got some type of options, just for the simple fact that you're a woman. But as a man, it's more difficult because, one, we live in a world where most women don't even want to deal with you if you're not making a certain type of money, if you're not driving a certain type of car, if you don't look some type of way. You know what I'm saying? So it's much harder for us men out here. And with that being said, that can lead a lot of men feeling discouraged and feeling like, there are no good women out there, when women like this really do exist. And then I'm going to just read the comments for y'all. Sometimes God has someone just right for you in another continent, country, or kingdom. Man, that just hit so deep. We can easily fall in love with someone within reach and make it fit our plans for the rest of our lives. But it is that someone God has for you that will always continue waiting for you. Yo, that's a W. That's a W comment. I'm not gonna lie. Had to like that one. Hey, finding a Proverbs 31 woman in this OnlyFans entitlement culture is rough too. Praying for you from the US. That's what I'm saying, y'all. That's what I'm saying. It's very hard to pick out, is this woman worth it? And for the women, is this man worth it? This is why you got to have discernment. This is why you got to test the spirits nowadays, because you never know the type of spirits in these people. And then this guy says, please, it's not just the women. It's even with the men too. Sadly, all sides are finding it difficult, but God help us scale through. And that's the thing. This is why it's important in building fellowship. This is why it's good building discipleship with other brothers and sisters. Because once you get us in one setting, it's such a good vibes that you can't beat. You can't beat a whole bunch of godly people in one room. And I think that's the whole point. I think that's why it's so hard, because, the energy, the spirits would just be too high. God got us though. There's some amazing men out there who are chasing God that won't settle till they find us. It's going to be so good when it happens. That's a fact. That's so true. Let me scroll down a bit. Let me read this guy. He said, I believe that it's extremely difficult for a sister to find a godly husband nowadays. To start with, there are far more sisters than brothers, so you have that. Also, many sisters have not cultivated a quiet heart and feminine spirit, and that is repulsive to men who are not looking to lose their peace in an aggressive relationship with a nagging woman. It says that in Proverbs, actually. Then he said, men have their own problems, of course. Now, there's a way for a girl to find a husband faster, and it's through delegating their search to a handful of godly male friends. And like I was saying, it's good. It's good having, fellowship and being around like-minded Christians like yourself. And this is so true. This is why the meantime we shall continue to develop our relationship with Christ and ourselves while keeping our purpose on this earth first. We learn how to be content. The right person will come, but only when we become the right person to receive them. That's a fact, y'all. And I'm probably not gonna read any other. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna read any more, but the main point of this video is that for men watching this video, good women still exist. All right, and women out there, good men still exist. Good God-fearing men and women still exist. I know it might be foggy, I know it might be blurry in the world we live in, but good things, like they always say, always take time, and it's never easy to find, right? So we always got to remember that, and we got to make sure that we're working on ourselves in the meantime, because God makes no mistakes. I promise you, he makes no mistakes, and it's always good to, be around other people. You never know, that Christian friend you might have might introduce you to somebody, and that might be your future spouse. You never know. So this is why we have to stay in the faith and just keep pushing, because God is going to provide you with your heart's desires when it's time, when it's the right time, actually. So, that was today's video. I hope you guys took something valuable or learned something new. Make sure to share this video with a friend. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I'll catch you in the next one, and I'm out.